Go. Obviously not the outcome we hoped for. Didn't play well enough in the first half, particularly on defense. We got behind far too much. Proud of the way the guys continued to fight, battle, and after all of that and some bad stuff, we're still in it at the end, kicking an onside kick to try and tie the thing up or potentially win it. So, resilient effort. We got to do some things better as coaches and players. In the first part of that game, they were able to control the ball. They kept us off balance defensively. They ate the clock up, kept our offense off the field. And when we got some touches offensively, we were behind enough. We were kind of forced to throw the football. So, but I don't want to lose sight of a sold-out crowd. I appreciate our fans tremendously all year long. The loyalty and commitment there. It takes all of us, and it's a feather in our cap to have the fan base that we have, and we're going to keep working at this and keep getting better and keep improving. But Lane Stadium, Worsham Field, awesome college football environment. Our players and coaches were all very fortunate that that's our home turf. So, questions, please.
What did you see that NC State was doing early on that kept you guys so off balance?
Yeah, I tell you what, we tried to match up with Concepcion. He's a good weapon. We were trying to do some things with Dorian, and they got us yinging and yanging with the motions and the quads, and you don't know where 10's going to be. Is he a slot? Is he in the backfield? I mean, they do a lot with him. They do a nice job with it. And I think we didn't get our cleats set like we need to. We weren't lined up enough the way where we needed to be, to give those guys a chance. Disappointing, but also a great job by them. I thought they mixed in the throw game a little bit better than I thought they would. And, credit to the quarterback. He put enough of them on the money.
Brent, they also do a lot with Peyton Wilson, moving him around. What were your impressions of him, and what kind of problems did he present?
Yeah, I'm not – you'll have to show me a better linebacker right now out there. He's I've been keeping up with him for a long time, spent a little time recruiting him, and he's long, he can run. He made a bunch of plays out there. There's a couple times I thought our ball carrier was going to get out, and he shows up and gets the guy on the ground, plays that we've made in the past. He's a very good football player, and I do think they do a nice job with him.
Brent, you brought up in your opening statement how them taking up so much of the clock meant you had to go to the throw. Bashal Tootin only had 2 touches.
Yeah.
And that's been a guy you guys have been harping on getting the ball more often. Was that something where once they took away what you guys wanted to do on offense, that kind of went away from what you wanted to do with getting Tootin and those guys involved?
No, I think it just had they had too many points on the board. We were behind too much and felt like we needed to throw the ball and get back in the game, and then you can be more balanced.
Brent, Armstrong, the quarterback, had 110 yards on the ground prior to that last drive where they obviously were trying to milk clock. What did he do and what did NC State do that made him so effective running the quarterback, especially given how much success you guys had containing Schrader of Syracuse and Castellanos of Boston College in recent games?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. Probably the biggest thing is the formation and motion adjustments. A lot of smoke and mirror out there, and I think we weren't lined up where we needed to be often enough to fit those quarterback runs. Quarterback runs are a problem, but it's magnified when you got a guy like 10 that you're worried about on the sweeps and, getting the ball to him out of the slot receiver position. And so I think, they do a nice job making you defend both of those things. And, again, I think some penalties hurt us in that first half. We had a couple of opportunities. And then, we had they did a nice job getting their back out. We're in man coverage 2 different times on 3rd down in the second half, a 3rd and 5 and a 3rd and 12. And they run some pick plays and spring him. But, I think Brennan's a good, he's a quarterback that's big. He's got good speed. He's tough. He was going to have some yards running the ball. Certainly didn't, expect him to have that much. But, that's a big part of their offense. I thought I was more impressed with the way he threw the ball. I think that kept us off balance as much as anything.
Middle of the room. Defensively, Kyron Jones, he was limited in the first half. I think he had.
You'll have to speak up a little bit.
Defensively, Kyron Jones was limited in the first half. I think he had 40 total yards. How were they able to limit him?
Well, we only had 17 plays to start, so not a lot of opportunity. But also, the one possession we got behind, we had a holding penalty, then we had a false start. It's 3rd and 1,000,000. So the few opportunities we got, we didn't do good enough with them. But, we got to play better on the defensive side. And I think our guys, when they proved in the second half, we can move the football. We just have to, play more complimentary right there and make sure we get the touches we need.
Brent, Kelly Lawson, I don't think we could touch on enough how many special teams units he's on, plus defense. Got banged up there in the first quarter. How's he doing, and how much of an impact did that have?
Yeah, Kelly's, he's played well for us all year, and he is, it's not just defensively, it's on teams as well. So he didn't play any in the second half, and, we'll have to evaluate it and see where he is. He's tough. He tried like heck to come back. Was pretty emotional about not being able to. His effort and his heart is a special one, and he plays the game the way you're supposed to play it. But we'll see. Hopefully, we get him back for this weekend.
Brent, you get down 14-0, but then Tootin kickoff return, Turner Bradshaw, boom, 14-7. How deflating is that next possession when State just takes it right down the field and all of a sudden you're back?
Critical series in the game to me. We got some momentum back. It's a one-possession game. I can't remember all the play sequence right there on that drive, but we were sloppy. We weren't ready on one. They got behind us. I think there was a gimmick play. So not good enough. We were, like I said, I was disappointed. We got to do a better job as coaches, me included, obviously. We weren't getting our feet set and weren't able to read and play solid defense in that first half. They had us. It was some of the motion, smoke and mirrors, but it was also, us just, having some confidence to be where we need to be. And but that drive was, I think that was maybe the biggest drive of the game.
I believe they converted 7 third downs in a row at one point. What made it? Was it a lot of just like the smoke and mirrors, like you mentioned? What made it so hard to stop in those critical situations?
I think a couple of them were very manageable third downs. They were controlling the ball and third and mediums, and that's where we want to be. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, even 3rd and 6. But, they had a couple of pick plays. They did a nice job scheming us up. And I think the quarterback's ability to run, keeps you honest in some of those third downs. They had a nice plan for us today.
Let's go Andy, and then we'll finish with Anthony in the back. What was your message to the team about putting this behind you with UVA and bowl eligibility at stake next week?
Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about. We can't hang our heads and feel sorry for ourselves. It hurts. We didn't play our best. Give them credit. We got to watch the film, correct the things that need corrected. We got to be better about winning our one-on-ones at each and every spot. And how do we do that? We got to be an improved team when we go over there Saturday. We have to be an improved team. And if we sulk about this thing and we don't get focused on the next, we'll spend tomorrow, first part of the day, watching the film, making the corrections. We'll do a little bit of that at the Sunday practice, and then we'll get rolling on UVA. They're an improved team as well, and we're going to have to make some strides this week.
Last one in the back of the room, Coach.
Yeah, you just kind of touched on it just now, but looking ahead, obviously the UVA game is a big game regardless, but with the stakes on the line and the game not being played last year, how do you keep your guys' emotions in check and preparing this week with everything that's on the line?
Yeah, again, it's about, our preparation and the things we have to do to be the best version of ourselves over there, to give us the best chance to win. But, I dropped the 1-0 comment. With the team in the locker room, they all want to be bowl eligible, and, you know, so we have to handle our business all week long to give us the best chance to do that, to extend our season and have a chance to, you know, go play, you know, in a bowl game and get those extra practices and that extra time together. You know, so I think, you know, we got some mature guys on the team, and they'll keep this thing crowd up, and, you know, we've got to ignore the noise and worry about us and what we need to do. Thanks, Coach. All right, thanks, everybody.